What's up, everybody? Well, I got another gameplay video for you guys on the small form factor PC, and today we're gonna try that South of Midnight game out. I guess we're gonna find out if it's got a Nouveau or not too. But in any case, so far it hasn't been running the best on anything. So far, the only thing that was completely unplayable on, I would say, would be the Firebat Mini PC. But now we'll finally get to play on something that's pretty decently powerful. It's not the most powerful system in the world, but for its size, it's pretty dang. It packs quite a punch. And it's definitely, I would say, considered a high-end PC. But hey, let's go hop into the game and let's go see. Or I guess I'll have to finish up tomorrow, one way or the other. You guys, through the world of video editing, won't really know the difference. All right, so we're gonna try to just max this game out. I think this thing should be able to handle it without DLSS. But if not, we'll test out some DLSS too. That seems to be the only upscaling it has besides it's built in. It does not seem to support FSR or Intel's, what was it, EXESS or something like that? I always forget that one since I don't have anything with it.
Grand tapestry, an invisible weave holding our world together. They say the grand tapestry is torn by folk sorrows, and these damaged threads give rise to the evil spirits called haints. But every great while, a mighty storm brews, awakening a powerful force, a weaver, gifted with the power to reach into the past and mend folks' deep wounds. With enchanted hooks in hands, this weaver can banish haints and reweave the tapestry's thread, restoring the land so life can bloom again, fresh and new. The last weaver vanished long ago. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Our tale begins deep in the heart of Chickasaw County, in a speck of a town called Prospero, where the last weaver was last seen. That evening, Hazel's mama was running late, driving home through a storm that seemed hell-bent on drowning the whole South. Meanwhile, our Hazel is packing an emergency box, fixing to evacuate quickly. A hurricane brewing on the horizon, and a mighty big one at that.
Man, I miss singing on the bus with these guys. Wish we had another meet. Another medal, too. We was fast as hell. Mine should be back by now. Probably got sucked into work again. Typical. I shouldn't be doing all this packing by myself, but here I am. All right, what's coming with me? And there goes the flash flood warnings, like clockwork. I asked Mama for a doll and got this thing instead. I know he's weird looking, but I can't help but love him. The storm's never been this bad before. That was the day Mama threw up on me after getting off that wacky world. Almost passed out from laughing so hard. Wish she still had that kind of time for me. Things got tense with Mama last time I visited you at the mausoleum, Dad. She'll never explain why she and Grandma Bunny got bad blood. I gotta stop reminiscing and start packing, for real.
Whew, it is really picking up out there. You ready to go?
I was over here all alone.
I'm sorry, I know.
There's no getting through to her. Whatever. Let me go check on Bo. Bo and those damn dogs are always up to something.
Oh, come on in and grab some punch. It is fucked up out here.
I came here to check on you, but it looks like you riding this storm out in style.
Oh, yeah. Me and the pups are having a hurricane party. Yep, ain't no storm got me yet. And if things go south, I got my boat. You sure you don't want some punch?
I've gotta go check on Mrs. Pearl.
Hey, it ain't my dogs pooping on her grass. My dogs are gentlemen. Yes, you are.
Better make sure Miss Pearl's taking this seriously.
What you doing on my porch in all of this weather, baby?
I'm just checking on you, see if you need anything. You holding up okay?
I'm doing just fine.
Alright, now for some camera recorded gameplay. We'll just play until we get to that weird spirit realm that we've been getting to. Yeah, I don't know why games insist on making their cutscenes 30 FPS. It's very jarring going from like 130, 120 FPS down to 30. I mean, luckily I'm not controlling it, so it's not the end of the world. But it's still just a little jarring to get to this stage. Once you're there, it's whatever. If I didn't have this, I'd be like, ah, yeah, this is definitely 30 FPS, but eh. Movies are usually 24.
Yeah, I know.
Though I actually kind of prefer some of the 60 FPS movies.
Thanks, son. I'm almost done.
But a lot of people would disagree with me. Like, no, that's like got the soap opera effect. I don't like that.
What you know
Totally
about
cool.
Why you barking up that tree?
What you doing, Misty?
It's hard to. Mama never so much as talks about her.
Well,
Meh.
does she ever look in on you?
No,
Meh.
I guess not.
Meh. What's up?
Sometimes.
You can come in here and hang out. That's totally okay.
to feel
Sure.
that your
Yeah.
mama is
You
doing
can come
what
in
she
here.
thinks is best.
You guys hear her? Usually she's not quite this vocal. No, I think she wants to play. Yeah, as soon as I moved towards her, she completely just bolted away at Mach 6. Yeah, that's not good. Truth be told, that thing would be ripped to shreds before it even made it like a half mile down. Those things are not exactly built great. They're just wood. And if that's a trailer, it's like not exactly high quality wood either. My friend had one, although there's some nice trailers, but they're never exactly a thing that most people that have a decent amount of money want to live in. But there's still a couple people. I've got like a uncle, one of my friend's uncles, or no, my uncle's friend. Jeez, if I could talk properly, he's got a shit ton of money. He lives in a trailer park. He just said he likes the vibes. It's like, hey, cool.
Holy shit. What just happened? How did I get back to the shore?
Magic. Well, our FPS is okay, but our frame times are a little wonky. Music in the game is pretty good, Jam. I like that.
Shit! It took out the bridge! Mama, I'm coming! I'm gonna make it. God damn it, I can't!
Alright, let's just skip that. I've about had it with the 30 FPS cutscenes. And plus we started back further than we usually do here. Usually we started the camera recorded gameplay like right after I got up here and down the other side.
Money's house is up here. She's always fine during storms. If I can get to her place, she can get help from Mama. What was that?
Some weird ass shit.
I must be seeing things. Okay, can't give up now.
Oh shit, we're on low battery. Hold on. Alright. Sorry about that. I thought it had like an extra 10 minutes in it. I really need to just like suck it up and go buy some batteries. I'll go spend $3,600 on just a GPU, but I won't go spend 40 bucks on some batteries to make my life easier. That's what I should do. And then still keep the old ones too. Those can just be a last resort if I'm like used my main one, use the other two instead of going and swapping between not fully charged batteries. I can just go and use the new ones, and then treat them like I treat my original battery here. Once they start getting kind of low, it's time to plug them in. You don't really want your batteries getting under 20. I mean, heck, even putting them up to 100% isn't the best for them supposedly. But I can't have not full on that, so I at least shouldn't also put them under 20 all the time too. You know, that's just doing two bad things at once. I mean, unless new age batteries don't suffer from that, but I would imagine that's still just something that happens. But could be wrong. That's some spooky thread. That's what I'm gonna call it, spooky thread. It probably belongs to that weird spider bitch thing. Ugh. Jeez, that thing frickin' always scares me. That thing's scarier than that frickin' weird creature I saw in the frickin' woods that are coming here. Like, jeez. I mean, that lady basically has a walking corpse working for her. That's not cool. Let the lady retire. Although, who knows? Maybe that older lady back there is like, no, it's my sense of duty. I am going to serve that freaking chick up there until I die. Who knows? We don't know her backstory. Probably not going to learn her backstory, let's be honest.
Is that Hazel?
In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if we never hear from her again.
You've gotten tall.
Well, maybe once or twice more while we're here. Whoa, what you doing back here, Misty? You can't fit back there. I mean, you might be able to fit, but I don't think you'd be able to get back out. Let's redirect that somewhere else. Come on. You're so silly. I know, kitties like to be explorer.
Swept down in the river and that tin can.
She looked like she was trying to go between my bed and the wall. And it's like, you know, cats are like liquid, so I'm sure she could get in there. I'd just be worried if she could back herself back out. I don't really feel like tearing my whole bed away from the wall. If I can help it. Obviously, I will to save my kitty.
You know people. Can you call the sheriff or something?
You know rescue services are paused in the middle of a hurricane, dear.
You're acting like you don't.
Yeah, that does make sense. Like, everyone during a hurricane should have evacuated. And they pretty much are like, well, if you didn't, hey, good luck.
I'm seeing these things.
It seems heartless, but I mean, what do you want them to do? Die trying to save you? That doesn't seem fair either.
I'm scared.
Strands.
Now, some people probably couldn't evacuate. That just sucks. But the ones that are pig-headed about it is like, no, my house can survive this. I can do that, and then they end up like getting their shit like swept out by floods and stuff. And you're like, damn. It's like, well, I don't like seeing people die, but at the same time, it's like you kind of had it coming. You acted like it was no big deal, and apparently it was.
Poor thing. You've been through a lot tonight.
Yeah, it's time to go sleepy sleep.
Come sit down for a minute.
Man, imagine if a bunch of perverted people got a hold of that spell. Be like, hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm just gonna pat you next to your head there. Oh, what's that? Getting a little sleepy? Alright. No drugs or nothing in your system, and then they find you all frickin' like raped and stuff, and they can't prove shit. Well, I guess they still could. You'd still have like biological stuff. But if you could do all this magic stuff, you could probably snap that away too, you know what I'm saying? But luckily, that's not what this game is about. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't really want to play it very much. I don't have too many games I won't play, but I don't really want to play games that, like, the whole point of it is to rape people. That would be pretty fucked up. But anyway, I'd say we've made it to the spot I said. And damn, in here with, like, nothing going on, it says we're getting 200 FPS, but looking at my character, it looks like we're getting 25. I think that's just the way that it looks, though. Yeah, it feels smooth when I'm doing this, but the waviness around them, it looks like it's at a lower frame rate. Anyway, though, irrelevant. At least the game runs halfway decently on here, but it still has its fair share of little stutters here and there. So, why don't we go wrap this video on up? Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for South of Midnight on the small form factor PC. And apparently it does not have Lenovo. Now maybe it has something else and I'm gonna get to another computer and this one gives you like 10 or something like that. I still don't think that's enough. I think I still have more than 10 computers, don't I? Maybe not. Well, whatever. I guess we'll find out. Hopefully not though, but at least it ran and got decent FPS if it wasn't for the jarring stutter you get during the cutscenes, which for some reason every single manufacturer of games nowadays seems to be doing 30 FPS in cutscenes. I shouldn't say every single one, but it feels like almost every single one I've played recently. And I don't know, it's not the end of the world, but it's also pretty jarring coming down from like 120, 130 FPS all the way down to 30 and having weird frame time skips. I mean, it probably wouldn't be so bad without the frame time skips. Luckily, they're not so bad when you're just playing the game, though. With a system like this, anyway. But they're still there a little bit in classic, what do you call it, Unreal Engine 5 fashion. But there's definitely been worse. I've definitely played worse Unreal Engine games with worse stutter than this and worse performance. I could get playable performance so far on everything besides the Steam, or not the Steam, the Steam Deck's did alright-ish. But the Firebat Mini PC, I think it was a VRAM issue. Unreal Engine's just VRAM hungry. I've played very few Unreal Engine 5 games that run decently on that thing, on the Steam Decks, let alone the Firebat with its 4 gigs of VRAM. But sometimes the Steam Decks can do it, thanks to their 6. And then my Ally Z1 Extreme's also 6. Then you got 8 on the X. And then this thing's got, you know, a dedicated one, so that's full 16, I think 16240 or something like that if you want to get technical. But anyway, where I'm blathering on and on, making the longest outro in the world. Sorry about that. Let's wrap it up so I can get started on the next system. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.